Mic this. I don't know if I can hear myself, but fuck it. I know I can take one more step towards you. Cause all this waiting is regret. Blech. And don't you know I'm not your ghost anymore? I hope it's not delayed. You lost the love I love the most. I learned to live half a life, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts. That's the tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? Hello, Dual Wonder! I hear you're asking all around if I am anywhere to be found. But I have grown too strong to ever fall back in your arms. Yeah, I've learned to live half a life, and now you want me one more time. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts. What the fuck? And tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Who do you think you are? I hope the quote's okay. It took so long just to feel alright. Remember how to put back the light in my eyes. I wish I had missed the first time that we kissed. Cause you broke all my promises, and now you're back. You don't get to get me back. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, and tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. So don't come back for me. Don't come back at all. And who do you think you are? Running around leaving scars, collecting your jar of hearts, and tearing love apart. You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul. Don't come back for me. Don't come back at all. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? It's okay. Is the mic okay? I hope so. I wish I can hear myself. I can't hear anything. What else? Any song requests? I'm just doodling and singing, honestly. This is a doodle stream. If not, I'm gonna find some random shit. Clap. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, what song should we, what should I sing? Something I know, I hope. Something I know, hopefully. While you guys are thinking, I'm just gonna get some. Let's not go to the high songs yet, you know? Let's go for the chill songs in the first hour of this stream. Unethical. This is relaxing, I think. This is a relaxing song. So I hope I don't get copyrighted by Twitch because this is karaoke. It's not copyrighted. I think, as far as I know, at least. Let me adjust the volume of this thing. Okay, there you go. Vertigo in your arms. 1 second you hate me, then it's false alarm. That's just what you always do every time. Watch me when I break it, say it's paradise. So low. Set my body aflame. Lock me up and close the door when it rains. Maybe it's my fault I put you up so high. Darling, I think you can make the devil cry. And now dude. Let's play. I hope the mic is I pray that the mic is not delayed though. Okay. What should we okay, let's drop by with this.
See, or else I'm fucking cursed.
Are you
Then
winning,
you just gotta
son?
go.
I don't know if they're winning
You
though.
should.
Let's go to Twitch. Hold on. Thank you for the claps. Thank you for the claps. No, excuse me. That's a burp. That's not a clap. That's not very I can't collaborate.
That's what we're doing with
Wait,
our life right
who
now.
are you auditioning for?
Like the only female characters.
Are you winning,
All of
son?
them? How many are there?
Yeah.
I didn't check it.
There's only 4 characters total, 2 of them male, 2
Hold
of them
on.
female.
Let me get my water real quick.
Oh, yeah, you'll pass us the deep, what do you call it? One. Will you
Yeah,
not?
the detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, You've caught
I'm in the
that.
right age.
Are you winning? Do I look like I'm winning?
Maybe.
I'm losing my shit, bro.
Maybe.
I'm surprised you still have shit left to lose.
Okay,
Lots of shit
what
to
should we
lose.
watch?
One enemy remaining.
Let's see what do we have here. Let's watch some Doris.
Kobe, congratulations. How you feeling tonight? How's the baby?
Thank you.
Well, what a wild start, guys. What a wild start we're seeing right now. Oh my god. Why is this the first 2 seconds of this clip? But I guess it is what it is. We're picking that one. Let me set this real quick. Go above this thing.
Kobe, congratulations. How you feeling tonight? How's the baby?
Thank you. I'm feeling incredible. We're healthy. We're happy.
You look amazing. Enjoy your-
Oh my gosh, why
The BBL! Oh my god, why the BBL is so big? Drinking water.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
I'm trying my best with the intros, you know. I need to hook him in. I need to hook him. I need to hook him in. I need to hook him in. Let me do an extra intro just in case. Have you ever wanted to play bingo?
No?
Now's your chance. The quality of this channel is just going up and up and up, y'all.
It
Sorry,
is
my red hair was
flickering.
itchy. I don't know how long she's gonna be here for, but you know, she's a moment. The bangs are irritating me. They're not even supposed to be full bang. I can never just get into a video. All I do is talk. All I do is talk it. I just never. Hey y'all, it's Doris.
Hi, Doris. Oh. Oh, we were just singing a while ago. Any song requests? I'm open for song requests. That fucking post. I've been singing, so if you have any suggestions. I am not singing that. Fuck you. Go away. I ain't singing that. Fuck off. Piss off. Get another song. Excuse me. What should I? What the? Okay. We're not doing that, bitch. Fuck off. What shadow? How the fuck do I do this again? Oh wait, oh yeah, soft. I think. I don't know that. My bad. I hope it's a song that I know. But sadly I don't know that, so yeah. Get another one. Pick another song that I hopefully know. Is that like a Five Nights? I don't know any Five Nights song. I'm not okay, what's you're indecisive. Okay,
Did you like that? You shouldn't have. And if you did, I'm concerned for you. So listen, I'm not gonna lie. I have been tricked, bamboozled, hoodwinked, mollywopped by AI videos. Do you guys remember those bunnies on the trampoline? Yeah. So when I first saw them, I was like, oh, these are cute. And then it's like, no, something about this video feels too good. I didn't really spend more than 20 seconds of brain power on it. I just kept scrolling. You know how I am when I be scrolling. And then I think maybe a couple days later, there was this whole discourse about how it was all AI. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. It didn't feel right. Like, it felt too good to be real. But I remember I saw a Jake Paul AI video.
Honestly, it feels good. I wanted to tell you something.
you
I'm
should
gay.
definitely Valo. What do you think I'm doing right now? Do I look like I'm playing Valo?
When I first saw this, I was like, why is Jake Paul putting on makeup? And why is he doing it badly? This isn't in his niche. I mean, I don't really keep up with Jake Paul, but this doesn't seem like something he would do, even as a joke. And then I found out it was AI, and I was like, oh yeah, here's a clue. It's a toolbox. It screws in a tool. Stay here! Anyways, today we're gonna do something that's going to destroy the last bit of logic and sanity that I have, and you guys know that I'm running very thin on that.
Oh, she's losing it.
Oh, I thought I wasn't recording. I wonder how my face looked. Anyways, let's get on to bingo. If you need me how to explain how bingo works,
Well, let's see what do we have here. Let's Dancing in a bed, I'll never go. Got me on my knees. Karaoke. Let's see. Let's just search karaoke. I just pray that it won't get copyrighted because it's a karaoke. What the fuck are these songs? I am not singing this. Is what it sounds like. That's hard. Well, it's hard when it's just solo. I'd rather sing that with someone. Let's see here. Okay, let's try Lovely. That's easy enough, right? I think. How do you sing this shit again? Oh, okay. Kind of trying to remember how to sing. Oh, this is slow. Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way out, but you never go away. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one near one of feeling outside. I can't find my feet. Isn't it lovely? Alone, heart made of glass, my mind was stone. Tear me to pieces, skin and bone. Hello, welcome home. I forgot how to sing. Walking out of time. It's a guy pala. Looking for a better place. Blem blem. Something's on my mind. Always in my headspace. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of solo, even if it takes all night or 100 years. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one near. Wanna feel outside. I can't find my feet. Isn't it lovely? Alone, heart made of glass, my mind was stone. Carry me to pieces, skin or bone. Hello, welcome home. Oh yeah. That is delayed. Hello, welcome home. Man, this is so low. Like at least for me, I made it a bit octave lower than it is. Anyway, go back to this thing.
Okay, so here's the bingo sheet. I had a lovely citizen named Layla help me with this bingo sheet. Thank you so much. And she also put together the AI videos I'm gonna be reacting to. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Duwan.
Sorry.
Thank you for the claps.
Your daddy, your brother, your sister, the dog, the cat, the fish was home when
What?
you left.
What the fuck is that?
And that's the reason you left. You're right. I left my home.
Ew.
Ew, indeed. What the uncanny valley?
I have seen a lot of these videos of the animals, the cats, the dogs, the babies doing whatever this is. Who started that actually? What was the genesis of this atrocity?
What is the
So
idea?
living...
That dog, I know.
Oh, wait, okay. We got one. And then we have the freebie. Let me do the freebie real quick. Here he is. Bear! I just have to come out and say this. We're only a couple minutes into the video and the coughing. Right? And the sniffling. Right. The sniffling.
I can smell the ads from miles away. I am still echoing. I didn't notice that. Anyway, wait, let me just. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go.
Right.
You look good. I love this look on you.
Thanks, Papa. Ew, I don't like when you do that.
Yeah.
Stop lying to people.
Hey y'all respect my wife until she's beautiful in the comments.
Stop lying to people.
Hey y'all respect my wife until
She has a husband? I didn't know she has a husband. The fuck?
she's beautiful in the comments.
You're
If not,
insane.
I'm gonna grab my gun.
Yeah, the mother-in-law's on the phone, y'all.
So all three of us, we just got guns. Sorry about that, guys. Minor interruption by this man who stalks me.
What the fuck? Why is it so real?
What happened in the end?
That's AI?
Okay, you know why? That is a good question. That's a great letter in the alphabet. What did I just watch? That's something else that's really good. I think we're gonna do what did I just watch, because really, what did I just watch? What was the point? I feel like I've literally seen a cat doing this like before AI was a thing. You know, cats always do weird stuff. So there's a
Honestly.
number of videos of cats doing weird things.
Yeah,
on the
honestly,
internet. Why
they
would
do some
someone
weird
waste
shit.
resources to create an AI video like this. I know exactly what we need to do. Twerking animal. I don't like this person's name. That crazy 6'7". Stop! Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Another ring camera.
What the fuck just happened?
Floating or flying. Okay. It flew away. That's one. Okay.
Oh, it definitely flew away.
Oh no. I get really sad.
the video? You smell like
Damn.
It's just so weird because it's like everything about it, it looks like a child, but this child doesn't exist. Like, I saw a talking baby. Yes. All we need is celebrity and turn into food. That means this video can end.
Honestly.
Yes, the vibes are immaculate, honey.
I don't remember the last time I've looked at J. Paul's face, but something doesn't seem right. Like,
Feeling cute and soft.
I don't like this.
No tough guy today, just sparkle and sweetness.
I want to know how he feels about these videos.
Honestly, what does he feel like
I
about?
don't
What does he
know
feel
whenever
about
makes
this?
an AI video of me. Is he a celebrity? I don't know if I would consider him a celebrity. He's an influencer. Influencers are celebrities. Debate in the
Debate.
comments. Oh, the monkey spun. Should I put that? I'm gonna put that. This is really scary. I don't
I'm
like
scared.
this.
What the fuck was that?
I don't like this at all. So it seems like the common theme for these AI videos are animals and children. Two of the most vulnerable. It's getting really scary out here, y'all. Floating. Oh, we already got floating. Ugh. I really want to do why, because why was this made? Like, what are you gaining from this? Like, you just want to see a cat flying? Bro, put on a green screen suit, pick up your cat, and walk around your living room and record it. So simple. Hey.
So
I'm
simple.
AI, or if I'm real, but all I do know is you need to subscribe if you wanna, and like if you wanna, and comment.
Oh, what the?
If you wanna. It helps my channel out a lot, and it lets me know you guys really enjoy what I'm doing. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much.
Whoa!
Is that the queen?
Good heavens!
I am not AI. Fuck off. I am not AI. Or am I?
Hello? There's two of them. There's two. Do you guys see this?
There's 3 of them.
This is the body of the first old lady. I think that was the Queen of England, by the way. And this is the second one. You know, sometimes I think I'm weird. But then I see stuff like this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Let's see. Okay, so we don't have anything.
Hey, cut it out. It's midnight. Seriously, go away.
I don't like this type of AI shit, that animal doing weird shit than it is.
I don't even know what to say. This is something an orange cat would do, though. What is
Yeah,
making people
honestly.
in cats? So it seems like the people who really like cats are the real weirdos. Those are the people we need to look out for. Huh? Why don't we have it? I swear I saw singing animal somewhere.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
It's literally on top of it.
Boy, ain't no way.
Oh, yeah, am I blocking the way?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
That means we have to keep going.
There you go.
Oh, animal singing. Oh my gosh.
Ah, we bumped. Hear that? The ceiling's groaning.
Everybody
Is this a wake-up call?
keep moving.
Why is the ceiling falling apart? No comment. Oh gosh.
A lot of these AI videos have some dark secrets, some dark desires behind them. Sick individuals. We won't get into that in this video or any video because that's not my job. We're gonna do this. Oh, and the ceiling caved in. That was another one. Oh my goodness. We're like so close but so far away. That poor child. Hey, let's switch up the spots. You're gonna... They just fell into hell. I think that's Chinese. I know I can speak multiple languages. Like I said before, Chinese, Spanish.
Mandarin, Korean, Italian.
Damn, girl.
Arabic.
Oh, we already got floor caving in. No. Oh, cursing baby. Girl, I didn't see that. Look at God. All we need is racism.
All we need is racism. It's something I never expect someone to mutter out.
All we need is racism. All we need is racism.
Something I never expect a POC to mumble out.
I have doors closed. I will say that.
Hey, what?
Why is it always an orange cat? Well, to be fair, it's an orange cat.
Whoa, give me that.
I'm confused by the setup here. I thought the door was right here. Why did she come out of this side? Well, this is an AI video. So a cat was holding, what is it, a bazooka? Let's not look for logic in any of this.
Don't even think about logic.
We can't do that. Oh! And I bet she's gonna bounce. Oh, she exploded. I didn't expect that. I thought she was gonna
No one
bounce
expects
like a
that.
balloon.
What the
Okay, we have
fuck?
random explosion. I don't like how we are filling up so many, yet we don't have bingo yet. What is going on? Oh, I already watched this.
Everybody keep moving.
Everybody keep moving. Everybody keep moving. Everybody keep moving. Everybody. Nobody can never get anything done.
Congratulations.
No. You will not mess with this man's legacy. You stop it right now. Don't do this. No.
Oh,
You
no,
will not mess with this man's legacy. You stop it right now. Don't do this to him. Don't do it! Out of all the videos on my channel, there is more than 0 videos that include a pregnant man.
Bobby, congratulations. How you feeling tonight? How's the baby?
Thank you. I'm feeling incredible. We're healthy. We're happy.
You look amazing. Enjoy your
Oh my
night.
gosh, why is he there?
They keep talking that shit.
Why is he there? And why did we end the video here? I really could say I have bingo. I've been scared the entire video. Let's just keep watching. I really have bingo, if we're being honest.
So cute.
What is that? Ew! Sorry.
Ew.
I don't like that.
Hey, cut it out. It's midnight. Seriously, go away.
Why do I kind of like this one? I hate that I like that one.
Hey.
Oh! What?
Police, stop.
Baby's running North Hallway.
It's right there.
What do you mean it's running? It's running from the hallway, but the baby's just standing.
Keep going. He just got born laughing emoji. Shut up right now. Don't piss me off. Why is the child running? What is it running from?
He's on the move. Stop, police, stop.
Stop, police. Baby can't speak English.
Yeah, technically speaking,
Once
baby
again,
doesn't
what-
have any languages when they were born, so yeah.
How am I trying to apply logic to this? What? I hate when that happens.
I hate that.
happened to me last week. I had a huge
Oh
message
god,
on
it's
it.
your
I just
saliva all
wanted-
over my screen.
I'm scared because this is too much for me. Yeah, we got bingo. AI is getting worse. I would say that we need to put an end to this, but at this point, the only solution I see is blowing up the earth. AI
Honestly,
can be dangerous,
count me
harmful,
in.
and outright demonic. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Share this with a friend. Comment your favorite part. Join the Discord. Become a member. There's a lot of things that you can do, and it's all in the description.
Don't
If you
message
just take
me.
a little scroll downstairs. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been your girl Doris, and I will catch you guys next video. See ya. Hello, Doris.
And then we're chilling here. Wait, no one messaged me just in case. What the fuck should we watch? What's a Murjine? I'm not joining. Let's see here.
Between bull chalk and rage bait is extremely thin.
What the
and
fuck?
for years now, PETA
Why
has
did
been
I skip?
absolutely clueless about the fact that they had crossed it a
Anyway,
while ago.
I guess
They
we're
had
going
essentially gone from very bold marketing campaigns that no one had ever done before to now posting an AI-generated image of a fish being cut into sushi, calling it artistic rendering, and being community noted. That's
Damn.
just plain embarrassing. For years now, this has been PETA's reality. They're nothing more than just rage baiters, and they failed to see that. They've completely lost the plot. And speaking of losing the plot, it turns out that PETA actually enjoys killing animals more than rescuing them. After numerous investigations spanning across multiple years, many have been able to conclude that PETA enjoys killing animals way more than
What? I don't even know what PETA is. I don't know what they do. But that's not.
just putting
That's
them
not-
up for
that's not
adoption
good.
and finding them a new loving home. Why? Because they believe owning a pet dog is slavery. I wish I was kidding. Don't believe me? Well, the founder of PETA herself said that pet ownership is an abysmal situation and argued in a 2014 interview that outdoor cats should just be killed. It's better for them. By
What is this psychotic mindset? What? I'm confused.
now, and we're still in the intro of this video, you're probably wondering, okay, how the hell does this organization even still exist? And how can it possibly get any worse? Well, recently, PETA decided that killing animals is not enough. They decided to openly tarnish the legacy of a dead animal. And the backlash that they experienced was biblical.
Oh, that ain't good.
You see, Silent Suzuka
Nice.
was a Japanese racehorse with an unrivaled legacy. I mean, he was extremely fast and well known globally to anyone
Period.
who
Rest in
followed
peace.
horse racing. However, in 1998, his life ended after a tragic injury on the track.
Rest in
What
peace,
really
Silence.
made Silent Suzuka stand out during that incident, though, is that even though he was in horrendous pain, he didn't flip out, he didn't try to injure his jockey, no. He silently went to the side of the track, dropped off his jockey, and when he was sure that his human rider was safe, proceeded to collapse. Yeah, he was one hell of a
Fucking
horse.
hell.
Now in 2021, the mobile game Uma Musume Pretty Derby would come out in Japan. It would be an anime horse girl racing game, with every one of these anime girls representing a famous Japanese racehorse. This game would prove to be extremely successful in Japan, would release globally in 2025, and would make billions of dollars. And one of the horses that was immortalized as an anime horse girl was none other than Silent Suzuka.
Silent
In fact, Uma
Suzuka.
Musume would even have an anime, and Silent Suzuka would make an appearance there too. So as you can see, this
Period.
was a very well beloved and very well respected horse to this day.
Yes.
So what the hell could have PETA possibly done to create a worldwide backlash? Did they pay their respects to this wonderful animal that showed incredible compassion to humans in its final moments? Of course not. They instead would post a disgusting image of the anime horse girl.
What is PETA all about? Oh, it's an animal rights group. How ironic, isn't it? If Uma Musume Pretty was honest, your favorite horse girl doesn't get the combo card. Why tell the
girl version of Silent Suzuka with a grotesque leg injury where you can see the bone protrude outside of the skin, arguing that if the game was honest, your favorite horse girl wouldn't get any comeback arcs. One failed event and the race is over, just like what happened to the real Silent Suzuka. Now look, PETA had been fucking around for years and had faced barely any consequences. This time though, they fucked around and they found out.
Period!
Because not only did this post get viewed 16.4 million times, not only are there 11,000 replies completely shitting on their entire existence, not only did this post get community noted, but it even prompted a Japanese politician to speak out on this disgusting behavior.
Yeah, because I think they failed to realize that this is not just any horse game or a horsing sport. It's literally one of Japan's proud sports. It's their pride. You stupid idiots.
The owner of Silence Suzuka. Guys, this was probably one of the worst things PETA could have ever done to their reputation. More and more people are looking into the fact that they're killing more animals than they're saving, with Japanese people in particular finding out the true nature of this company rather than thinking that they actually fight for animal rights. And unlike their usual rage bait, this time there were many people that destroyed the hell out of PETA with facts and logic. Actual real arguments that show that Uma Musume Pretty Derby did a million times more than PETA could ever hope to achieve. It was hilarious seeing this disgusting organization get pummeled to oblivion, and so that's why I thought I had to make a video about this.
Period.
So you already know the drill. Let's do this. Alright, so look, as I mentioned in the intro, PETA gained prominence, or I should say relevancy, due to its shocking and bold marketing campaigns like this one right here. If dogs tasted like pork, would you eat them? What's the difference?
I hate that they use AI for this. Hello.
Go vegan, showing the image of a dog with a pig's head. By PETA's own standards though, this was definitely soft. You see, one of the first instances of extremely shocking yet somewhat bold marketing campaigns was as far back as 1991. Back then, one of America's most infamous serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer, was captured. Jeffrey was someone who had captured 17 males and, well, got rid of their limbs. He would then place them in the fridge and eat them later, because guess what? The guy was a cannibal. What would PETA do? Well, they'd publish a newspaper advertisement pretty much likening meat packers to being exactly like Jeffrey Dahmer, someone who killed 17 human beings. Now today, if this happened, no one would really care, but back then, people cared a lot. This caused unprecedented commotion, and it was exactly what PETA wanted.
My
From their point of view,
goodness.
their mission is to get animal
How
rights
is
messages
PETA still
out to
up and running?
as many people as possible, which is why they try to make their actions colorful and controversial.
Colorful's a
Colorful is
stretch.
a very interesting word. All in the hopes of grabbing as many headlines around the world and spreading the message of kindness to animals to thousands, sometimes millions of people. They would then gloat that this approach has proved to be amazingly successful, and you know what? To their credit, initially it was. For the first 2 decades after PETA was established, they would spread awareness over some extremely inhumane conditions that many animals faced in different areas, whether it be factories, farms, or hell, even government agencies. The outrage following these investigations would help new laws be put in place. Laws that would either help animals get treated better or straight up shut down certain labs or agencies that would mistreat them. However, not all good things last forever, and at some point, PETA would lose the plot entirely. In fact, after my research, I can personally conclude that they had officially lost the plot by 2003.
What
They
the
would
fuck
release their
happened?
newest marketing campaign, an exhibition titled Holocaust on a Plate. And yes, it is as horrible as it sounds.
Oh no.
In fact, here's a sign that you
tweaking. My thing is tweaking. Hold on. Mary had a lover then. Na, 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 na. There you go.
would find at this exhibition. On the left, you would see a Holocaust victim that went through famine, and on the right, you would see a cow that went through famine. I don't think it would take a genius to understand that Jews back then were extremely angered.
Holy shit, not the Holocaust. During the 7 year between blah 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 blah, 12 million people perish. Same number of animals every hour for food. Yikes.
By such a marketing campaign, likening the suffering of so many people in World War II to the idea of eating meat. I mean, come on. And at a certain point, this would just get old. People wouldn't take them as seriously anymore. Around almost a decade later in 2014, PETA would release a marketing campaign in which they say that dog breeders are literally the Austrian painter, releasing a poster of a dog with the infamous, well, mustache. And if you thought that wasn't bad enough, on the same year, if you went to PETA's website, you'd be greeted with, got autism? Studies have shown a link between cow's milk and autism. Now, this confused the hell out of people, and it could mean one of two things. The first possibility is them saying that cow's milk causes autism, which is extremely incorrect. There's nothing in any way, shape, or form proving that. And the second possibility is them saying that only autistic people drink cow's milk, which I don't need to sit here and tell you sounds really bad. Pretty much saying that there's something very wrong with autistic people, which isn't the case. They're just people. You see what I meant in the intro? Once you make shocking statements, the only way to keep people's attention is to somehow make a shocking statement more shocking every single time. But with the line between shocking and rage bait being so thin, yeah, it's no surprise by this point people thought PETA was a joke. Their stupid antics were starting to alienate vegans from wanting to support them.
What the fuck has vegan had to do with this shit?
I mean, mid-pandemic in 2020, when people were wrestling with the fact that they had to be isolated for God knows how long, PETA comes out and says, oh, hey, yeah, this happened because of you meat eaters. Tofu never caused a pandemic. Dude, shut the fuck up. Now, yes, this stupid attempt at rage bait is definitely funny. And while I'd love to just sit here and laugh, unfortunately, when it comes to PETA, their existence is actually a problem, especially if you like animals. You see, this organization is nothing more than just a group of extremists. In 2017, 2 PETA employees would kidnap a 9-year-old's chihuahua. They assumed that it was a stray that needed to be euthanized because, of course, they hate the idea of putting up a dog for adoption. However, state laws say that they have to hold the pet for 5 days to make sure there's no owner that, well, will come and claim it. They chose to ignore that rule and euthanize this poor chihuahua within the same day. The family ended up suing the organization, and PETA paid them $49,000.
What the fuck?
To settle, but that poor girl is probably traumatized for life. But I wish that was the worst thing they'd done. In 2005, 2 years after their completely tone-deaf Holocaust marketing campaign, some people would start noticing that the dumpsters behind a supermarket in North Carolina was filled with dead animals, specifically cats and dogs. Well, it turned out it was none other than PETA. The 2 employees in question would be acquiring these pets by lying to veterinarians, telling them they're going to put them up for adoption, and then just euthanizing them in the same day in the back of their van. The veterinarian who had given these pets to PETA thinking they would get adopted would later say they were in good health and were very adoptable, especially the kittens. It was tragic, and yet PETA was able to get away with this because of a stupid law in the US that says that PETA—
yeah, fuck them laws, man. What the fuck?
Their shelters are allowed to kill owner-relinquished animals for virtually any reason at any time without any effort to find them homes. But of course, politicians don't care about actual important matters like this. And finally, if you want something a bit more recent to truly show you how disgusting PETA is, then look no further. This was a study published in February 4th, 2025, examining the rate of death of animals in PETA shelters in the year of 2024. Now, PETA is established in the state of Virginia. The average rate of euthanasia for all agencies in Virginia is 10%. That means that 90% of their animals find a new home. They successfully get adopted, with 10% being euthanized, which is reasonable. Some cats or dogs they might find on the street might have a very bad disease, they could be on their last legs, and giving them euthanasia is the most humane thing to do. That way they don't squirm in pain for the rest of their lives.
Exactly.
PETA, on the other hand, euthanizes 64% of their dogs, 69% of their cats, and 67% of all animals in general that are held in their shelters. Think about this for a second. Only 30% somehow find a new home. The majority find themselves dead. Does that seem like an organization that likes animals to you? I mean, look at this. In 2014...
I am confused. Why is this shit still up and running? Holy shit. I didn't know this shit exists.
They euthanized 96% of their cats. Very interesting, right? Especially seeing that the founder of PETA has already expressed the fact that stray cats shouldn't exist. In other words, they should all be killed. I mean, I just find this so disgusting, but also so fascinating. PETA always likes to ignore the fact that humans and animals are fundamentally different, which is why we shouldn't eat them. Does that mean we should euthanize 69% of children that are currently in shelters waiting to be adopted by a family? I wonder what this failure of an organization would say. Oh wait, I actually know exactly what they would say.
Oh my God.
One look at their social media in 2025, and the only thing you'll find is rage bait. That's what they still thrive on. They want views, they want relevancy at any cost, no matter how stupid they might look in the public's eyes. And it's that same exact philosophy that made them fuck around and find out.
Yeah,
that
they
came to one of
should,
the
my
most loyal
goodness.
communities on the internet. And it resulted in them wiping the floor with PETA's pathetic ass. This all brings us back to the game Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Available both on PC and mobile, it pretty much took over the world this year. In fact, if you were able to catch the Game Awards recently, then you would have seen that it actually won Best Mobile Game. The same company behind that very successful game that's generated
What the fuck
billions of
happened here?
dollars to date is also behind its extremely successful anime series. All the horse girls in the anime and the game are actually based off their real-life counterparts. This was only possible to do after getting direct approval from each one of their owners.
Yep,
But that's not
they
all,
did.
of course. They weren't just able to make an awesome game, some great anime, and respect the medium. Horse racing has been a dying sport for years now, and they were able
Exactly.
to revitalize the
Exactly,
entire
you don't play
industry
around.
by bringing in such a huge amount of young people that are now interested in it thanks to the game and anime. In fact, the developer, Cygames, wouldn't just support horse racing directly by sponsoring multiple events, they would also make it a point to support retired racehorses, making sure that they're not neglected and encouraging fans to donate to them. In fact,
Aw,
ever since
yeah.
Uma Musume Pretty Derby had come out in Japan and then eventually came out globally, the Retired Horse Association of Japan, who takes care of all retired racehorses, has seen a massive surge in donations. I mean, look at this. They had created a fundraiser back in October to create a memorial for multiple retired horses that have passed away recently, and they were able to raise 6.3 million
Wait, who is it
for
again?
multiple retired nations. I mean, look at this. They had created a fundraiser back in October to create a memorial for multiple retired horses that have passed away recently, and they were able to raise 6.3 million yen out of their 10 million yen goal. Before Uma Musume, people didn't really care that much about retired horses. Now they do. Isn't that awesome? Now, with all this info in mind, and this is me barely scraping the surface, by the way, how much worse does this post from PETA actually sound now? Going after a developer and a game that has done more for horses than they could ever even conceive. I mean, what a desperate cry for attention. The replies would, of course, immediately point this out, like this one that ratioed the original post by like 5 times, saying Uma Musume does more to the welfare of the horses it honors than misleading and self-serving posts like this do better or be quiet. I mean, not a single one of these 11,000
Damn.
replies were positive.
They're
They
not
were just
playing.
shitting on PETA's entire existence. The audacity for an organization that euthanizes 70% of its animals to talk about euthanasia is wild. Just so you know, this was a severe leg injury that Silent Suzuka experienced on the racetrack. Once that happens to a horse, they are guaranteed to die a slow and painful death. Euthanasia here was actually, unlike PETA's shelters, humane. But they've lost the plot since 2003. Reasoning with them is pointless. But people decided to quote tweet them anyway because why not? They're clowns, they deserve it. This person would say the irony is that Uma Musume itself is responsible for the increase of the Retired Horse Racing Association's donations and care for the animals. Just this year, between Versailles Farm, Northern Farm, and Nice Nature, which are 3 different horses, they raised over $1 million combined, spread purely by the fans' love of the horses. Here we can see a chart of Nice Nature's birthday donation trends, and as you can see, there is a massive uptick in donations after Uma Musume Pretty Derby had come out. I mean, it would go from 1,700,000 yen to 35 million after the game had come out. That's a multiplication of almost 35 times, and it kept rising higher and higher, reaching 74 million in 2024. But yeah, let's make a disgusting drawing instead, criticizing the game instead of helping. I mean, PETA has no idea just how much Japanese people in general, including the voice actress of Silent Suzuka herself, hold respect for these horses. In an interview, she was literally crying over Silent Suzuka's memory, wondering if she could properly convey the spirit of this legendary horse. Do PETA employees cry when they euthanize 70% of their animals for no reason? That's a rhetorical question. And then,
Absolutely
of course, comes
not,
the very
bro.
embarrassing community note that came in different languages. This is the Japanese one. It would say, "This is hate speech." Might be a bit of a rough translation. Anyway, although the game Uma Musume Pretty Derby is in no way opposed to PETA's philosophy of establishing and defending animal rights, this post provokes those involved with the game. Reference about PETA. So that link is meant to show you that PETA's philosophy is to stand against anyone opposed to animal rights. Cool. Then it goes on to say, this post violates the guidelines of Uma Musume Pretty Derby by denigrating the honor and rights of others, making it an antisocial post that does not follow the rules, like guidelines for derivative works of Uma Musume Pretty Derby. So here we get linked to the website of Uma Musume, outlining their terms of service for fan works. In a nutshell, you can create fan art, you can create fan merch, you can do all those things, but they cannot be political, they cannot be sexual, and they sure as hell cannot be gory or disturbing. That's exactly what PETA was doing. And finally, the community note would say, provocative posts intended to attract attention also have an aspect of spam and therefore violate X's terms of service.
Yes.
This also would be echoed by the community note in English, saying Cygames guidelines strictly prohibit violent or grotesque depictions of Uma Musume characters to respect the real horses. Using the IP for political advocacy or commercial gain is a direct violation of their derivative work guidelines. So seeing this, Twitter was overjoyed, begging Cygames to sue the ever-living shit out of
a
PETA.
lawsuit. Let's go.
That there's approximately 5 different violations of Uma Musume community guidelines and actual grounds for a hefty lawsuit. I think it was safe to say at this point that no one was siding with PETA. But we're not just talking about the English-speaking audience here. This travesty had reached Japan, and the damage to their image there became catastrophic. A Japanese politician by the name of Kurishita Zenko,
she's about to get real.
The Japanese Metropolitan Assembly, would catch wind of this, and he would have something to say. It would be in Japanese, so here's the translation. He'd say, PETA, the world's largest animal rights organization, has suddenly made the following post using illustrations from Uma Musume, sparking controversy. It already has a community note attached, stating it violates content guidelines, but we must recognize that just because it's a massive international organization doesn't necessarily mean it's fair, in reference to following the rules. He'd then reply to his own post, continuing, saying, PETA's incoherent accusations against Nintendo are still fresh in our memory. It almost feels like they're targeting Japanese content. Surely there are other things they should be doing to protect animals. He would continue further, referencing the article about the pet chihuahua we just saw earlier, saying, thank you for the information. I couldn't believe my eyes. Not many people in Japan know what kind of organization PETA is, so we should take this opportunity to spread the word. See how much damage this did? Look, this philosophy of bad publicity is always good publicity? No. Japan was under the impression that PETA actually stood for animal rights. Now they're finding out what kind of organization they truly are. In other words, they fucked around and they found out.
They got found
but the
out.
Finding out part wasn't over just yet. That's because out of nowhere, the owner of the late Silent Suzuka would say in a quote tweet, straight up, go to hell, you shitty organization.
Let's go! W!
3 million views, 75,000
Go to hell!
Full support for this guy, and he's totally right. Someone would reply to the owner's post saying, I remember Suzuka's fracture being a comminuted fracture where the broken bones didn't protrude out, not an open fracture like in that organization's picture where the bone is visible from the outside. But was I wrong? The owner would say, that's right. In other words, PETA was straight up lying. That's not how the fracture looked. Am I surprised? No. Someone else would reply with, is this the group that was saying about Mario Kart's cow putting a nose ring on it as a symbol of livestock? This was in reference to what the politician had said earlier, that they had tried to go after Nintendo for this Mario Kart character. Like, how ridiculous is this? Their marketing campaign said, let cow race free, remove her nose ring. Like, surely there must be more important things to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
The owner of the late Silent Suzuka would quote tweet the tweet we just saw where he called PETA a shitty organization and say, the resentful voices from all over the world against that shitty organization group are intense.
He's not hiding anymore. He's like a shitty organization. Which they are, honestly. I didn't even know they exist. I thought PETA's like a video game company or something.
What the hell did they do to get hated this much? Lol. Well, the Japanese people are slowly finding out, aren't they? In fact, my favorite tweet in all this, okay, was this guy going back to that dog AI-generated image of a fish being turned into sushi, quote tweeting it and saying, it's honestly hilarious how the obese fast food nation that's all about burgers is nitpicking Japanese sushi.
Exactly, literally.
It wasn't just ruining their reputation worldwide, they were also ruining the American reputation worldwide. Not that it was very good to begin with, but still, it's not like they need more negative shit. Overall, this whole thing was an absolute mess. and it only served to make it known that PETA is terrible. Now everyone is starting to get aware of this. This was one of the worst decisions the social media team of PETA could have taken, and now people are simply begging Cygames to sue the ever-living shit out of them. I usually try to stay neutral in my videos, but dude, even I'm hoping that happens.
Yeah,
okay?
please.
I truly want to see that. That would be so cool. Anyway, thank you so much for watching until
Oh,
the end. If you're interested in the
man.
entire history
I wouldn't want to know more. But let's see the chat. What the fuck is that? I'll play the damn game! Bro, got the normies. Hold on, let me read. Yeah, they're just gonna put the animal down. It is like open a retirement home. Exactly. Actually, yeah. People executing the animals. PETA wants to acquire hunts of saltwater dwelling lobster and dump them into a freshwater lake to set them free. Morons! Oh my god, these names. Morons. Okay, let's see what we have here. 1 hour. 5 hour. Guys, pick us. I don't think we can do 1 hour, right? I don't think so. We can just do 1 hour, yeah. Oh wait, the Hassan. Maybe it's the Hassan. Let's try the Hassan.
I can't believe I'm about to talk about this. I mean, how the hell does a simple stream clip go so viral that it becomes a literal cultural phenomenon? I mean, this has truly taken the world by storm to the point where you're finding references of it in places you're never meant to find references of it in the first place. This has reached the Formula One community, the gotcha community.
The what?
And to this has reached the Formula One community, the gotcha community, and to my complete surprise, even the Counter-Strike 2 community. You'd
Oh
see
my
Anders,
God.
a legendary Counter-Strike commentator, make a direct reference to Hassan shocking his dog during a game. It would happen as soon as he'd see a player use a taser. Watch.
Oh, it could get worse. Towson on the corner. Gotta be careful. Hide your dogs. It's Tari going down.
Hide your dogs! Oh my god.
That is brutal. Saka.
Bro said hide your dogs. I had a viewer who had his 70-year-old coworker reference this to his face. Okay, he has no kids, no internet. And seeing that this blew up beyond proportion, of course, it has also reached news publications, ones as big as Forbes. So how did we even get here? Okay, how did this take the world by storm? And why does it keep getting worse? Well, let's talk about it. Alright, so the streamer at the center of this incident is none other than Hassan Piker, otherwise known by his Twitch username, Hassan Abi. Well, look, I'm sure he needs no introduction, alright? This is one of the biggest political streamers on the planet.
Political
Just like
streamers
any
is strange.
political personality or political commentator, he has his fair share of enemies and his fair share of controversies. But that doesn't really interest us. What we want to know is how we got to the point where this became a global phenomenon. So what happened
I think I
exactly?
heard that he's trying to be nonchalant about it, but he's completely not nonchalant. He's completely bothered by it.
Well, this all began on October 7th, 2025, when Hassan was streaming and something particular would happen. Someone would clip that moment, post it on the subreddit livestream fail, and it would very quickly gain traction, going completely viral. The title for this post is Hassan reaching for something and seemingly shocking his dog to keep her in camera view. Now look, before we get into this, I used to know a girl who would literally cry at National Geographic documentaries, so if you're like that, feel free to skip a minute, okay? Because you'll be hearing his dog whimper in pain. Watch.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
What the hell? Oh, moves. Kaya, what the hell? You're being a bitch! Shocks.
You're being such a baby.
He's trying
It's
to be... He's trying to be nonchalant about it. It's like, oh, he's just being a baby. Like she didn't get electrocuted.
You're making her stressed. She just literally is.
He's clearly fumbling. Yeah, I know this was 2 months ago. 2 months ago is crazy. I swear I thought it felt like 5 months ago or more.
So incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Right, so what the hell even happened here? Well, look, Hassan has a dog by the name of Kaya. You can see her sitting in the back. As soon as she would step 1 foot off of the place where she was laying down, Hassan would get very annoyed, almost to an irrational degree. He would then look down at something, reach out to it, and after doing so, you'd hear the dog whimper as if he pressed a button. Now, of course, by this point, a lot of people were convinced that he shocked his dog for doing absolutely nothing, but many were still skeptical. Why would Hassan even shock his dog for doing something so minimal? Seeing that we're in the political space, smear campaigns are fairly common. You can very easily discredit your opponent's political stances by discrediting him in another way, which is why many people, especially in Hassan's community, were very skeptical about this. Now, that clip I just showed you that was posted on Livestream Fail would gain traction very quickly as he was still live. A viewer of his would alert him to how quickly it was going viral, and this is what he had to say. Watch.
Yes, I am incredibly abusive to the not only best trained, but also the best behaving and most spoiled dog on the planet. Is from when Kaya yelped. Yeah, she yelped because she fucking clipped herself on something when she was getting off the bed.
Right, so Hassan explained himself. He said she clipped her nail on the bed, that's why she yelped, and he didn't mention anything about her collar. The thing is, though, people would quickly move on from the idea that he's shocking the dog and instead focus on the dog's position throughout his entire stream. Very quickly, someone would make a time lapse of that stream to show you just how long Kaya stays in the same exact position without
Yeah, I don't
moving,
like this.
just so you're aware.
It's the opposite for me. Oh, it's like felt short.
This was the stream in which she yelped. Now watch as she stays in the same position for over 4 hours.
What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the Hassanabi broadcast.
She just stays there in the same position. She's not moving. She's barely moving, right? She's not even stretching. She's not even like doing anything a normal dog should be able to do. Like, I don't know, free roam around a little bit, walk around a little.
Emblematic of all of America's much more consequential.
And this would be when she would try to maybe move a little bit, and he would react like crazy.
America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
There she is laying down again, not really stretching, not really moving, right? And so far it's been 3 hours. It's going to go along to the 4-hour mark. And that's when she can finally start to move. You'll see this very shortly. And here we go, right? 4 hours.
So she left when he left. That's what I'm seeing.
21 minutes of just laying there and not being allowed to move a single paw outside of that zone. So this is when he would start seeing the first iterations of the memes. Hassan to his dog if she interrupts his stream
No, not this movie.
for 0.5 seconds. And the outrage at this point was mostly directed at how he wasn't allowing his dog to even stretch a little bit, to even walk a little bit. At the irrational annoyance of how she just put one paw outside of her bed and he acted as if she broke something. It was a very excessive reaction and it made people start asking questions. That's when certain people would start to unearth some old clips that would paint Hassan in a bad light in regards to his pet, like this one. Here we can see a guest on Hassan's stream telling him that the collar on Kaya's neck is way too tight. Watch.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
So look, I don't know if this guest intended.
Bro is having excuses. I can tell if a fucking man or a person like making up excuses. I can tell. Everyone can tell.
Make it sound so bad, but saying that the collar is so tight that she thinks that Hassan is choking her is definitely a wild thing to say. And his very chill reaction saying, "Oh yeah, it's because she has a lot of neck meat," made people question, wait, does he even care? It just simply wasn't a good look. And as people were starting to realize that this dog is kind of being used like a prop in every stream, being forced to sit there for hours on end without moving, some others like XQC simply refused to believe the idea that this wasn't a shock collar. XQC would make a direct comparison of how the collar would look before and after her yelp. Right before the yelp, it would flash green. After the yelp was finished, it would go back to
Damn.
normal with no extra green light. By that point, this theory had started to catch on fire. This was still the second day, and people simply refused to believe that it was just her nail clipping on whatever bed she was sleeping on. So when Hassan would go live on October 8th, he would have one of his mods put this pinned message in his stream's chat, saying it is a collar with an AirTag and a vibration motor that is used to help with recall when she's free roaming and she's an off-leash trained dog. So by that point, Hassan and his mod team no doubt noticed all the theories running around, especially thanks to people like XQC, that this was indeed a shock collar. This pinned comment was an attempt to clear the air and silence those rumors before they got out of control. But even if this was the case, he still wasn't saying whether he actually pushed a button to vibrate or shock her. During that stream on October 8th, people would start to ask him, hey, like, what did you reach out for? What did you do with your hand before she yelped? Well, he would claim that he was actually reaching for a nicotine pouch to put in his mouth, even though he put nothing in his mouth. Watch.
Bro, he's just fumbling.
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's where all my fucking Zintins are.
But of course, in the stream, even if you were to skip past, like, I don't know, a half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever you want, you would never see him reach out for a Zin or put anything in his mouth. This, to many, just felt like another bogus excuse. Things weren't adding up. You
Yep,
start to see certain memes come up, like this Hearthstone card right here saying, cast lightning bolt on every beast in your opponent's hand, deck, and battlefield. You'd see this very detailed meme of Slay the Spire, in which you channel one lightning. And of course, you can't go wrong with a classic Minecraft meme in which he's herding his dog from a distance. Facing insurmountable global pressure at this point, Hassan would finally decide to show the collar on stream. It would be very brief, and he'd be hoping to finally silence the critics so that he can move on from this incident or controversy. Watch.
It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy?
Oh no.
That's it.
They're not happy.
Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get fucking lost.
Someone would make a comment saying, bro's handling it like a magician handles a deck of cards. And I can't help but agree here. The way he's showing it is very quick. It's almost like he's trying to hide it or not show it for too long. I don't know. It just seems suspicious. It's like, why are you so shy? And while people were definitely suspicious of this, it kind of seemed off. His community was very happy because now they finally had proof that he wasn't shocking his dog. He wasn't an animal abuser. They could finally send this clip to the haters and say, hey, see, he's went through this. This is a vibration collar, no shock prongs, and would even go further and say that all his friends, all the big streamers and content creators that have duo streamed with him in his own house would have definitely said something if he actually was shocking his dog for no reason. But even though this topic was gaining a lot of traction online, Hassan was still completely unaware that this was just the beginning, because a very big content creator would go ahead and make a video about it. On October 9th, just a couple of days after the initial incident, Moist Critical would upload a video titled Crazy Day on Twitch. He would also point out how things weren't really making much sense, how his explanations were definitely inconsistent with reality. And even though Hassan kept using the excuse that this was a well-trained dog and this was part of her training, Moist Critical would go on to give his perspective on training since he has a dog himself. You see, that little corner that Kaya is meant to sit on is her place. When you give a dog a place, it's meant to be their safe, comfy spot. This is done for many reasons, but it could be a way, for example, for the dog to just chill out. If the dog's hyperactive, just can't calm down, and for whatever reason jumps on people, for example, from excitement, and you might have a kid or an elderly person in your house, then telling your dog, place, tells them to calm down, go sit in that comfortable spot, and just enjoy their time for a little while. What Moist Critical points out is that this place is meant to be comfortable. It's not meant to be a prison. They're not meant to sit there for hours and hours at a time. Dogs are active creatures. And while shock collars are tools used to train dogs, they certainly shouldn't be used just because your dog wants to stretch. So no matter how you looked at this, whether there was a shock collar involved or not, it just looked very bad. And people weren't really getting the reassurance they were looking for from Hassan. They were very worried for Kaya because it seemed like she was being mistreated. On the same day, Hassan would go live again. And instead of giving any form of reassurance, he would instead be very salty over the fact that Moist Critical made a video about him without messaging him beforehand. What's notable here is that he didn't even bother watching the video himself. He just took his chatter's word for what was actually in the video, and they were quoting some things out of context, making it seem like Charlie was intending to conduct a character assassination when in fact, he was like most others, concerned about the dog's safety. That was it. This post of Hassan complaining about Moist Critical has over 26,000 upvotes on Reddit, and the top comments are all just a bunch of memes involving Hassan electrocuting his dog. I mean, look, it's horrible. I feel so sorry for the dog, and that yelp definitely hit me deep in the chest, but these memes are so creative, I just can't help but laugh. And speaking of all these memes, Hassan would so effortlessly keep supplying them with more material because his story would keep changing and he would keep coming up with different excuses that had nothing to do with the prior ones he talked about before. On October 10th, 2025, Hassan would say that, you know what, that even though he's not using a shock collar, it wouldn't be ridiculous if he did. Watch.
Like, they don't realize that even the e-collars that do shock are unironically used to train fucking like service dogs and shit.
The thing is, no one was arguing with the fact that shock collars are used to train. What people were arguing about was the fact that the dog was forced to sit there for hours and that he had seemingly
He is so
used it
blind. He is so blind.
for something so benign, so small. As one Redditor would sum this up, he'd say, so we've gone from she stubbed her paw, it's a vibration collar only, not for shocking. If it was a shock, his friends would tell us, and now shock collars aren't that bad anyway. It had barely been 72 hours and we had already gone through 4 different excuses. And this, of course, would spread this incident beyond anyone's imagination, which would end up creating even more creative memes like this one that says, breathes too loud, Thundaga, or Hassan being Raiden over here electrocuting Kaya, and of course him being Emperor Palpatine. So by October 11th, seeing that this has blown up way more than Hassan could have ever imagined in his wildest dreams, he would take on the perspective of a victim, saying streamers that he knows have either defended him or are scared to do it publicly, except for Moist Critical. People were simply wondering, why can't Kaya just live a normal life? Why can't she just free roam around the house if she's not causing any trouble? Why must she stay locked up in prison, like just sitting there behind the scenes like a prop?
Okay,
Surely
it's
this
looking
can't be
good.
healthy. If you know anything about dogs, you know that they're active creatures. They need to actually move and stretch. What would Hassan's response be? I don't want to hear from people who don't understand dogs. But don't worry, okay?
What's that even supposed to mean?
Fine if you're confused, because yet another excuse would drop on October 14th, 2025. Remember how he said that his arm moved in that clip because he was reaching out for a Zyn pouch? Yeah, well, it turned out that story was false. He was actually pushing the gate button, and Kaya's yelp was her reacting in excitement that she finally gets
Bro,
to
there's
leave.
like 5
Watch.
excuses already.
Guys that don't
There's already 5 excuses. This guy's already saying like his 5th excuse for today.
even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying you'll be there. I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the
Okay, let me translate what he's saying here. Can we just move on, please? Everyone's digging deep to my shitty doggo personality, and everyone's like digging me for it, and I don't want my reputation ruined. Yeah, that's what he
memes
said.
were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill in the way that like
Like you?
time my fucking
Why you keep tagging me?
arm moves
I
around,
hope he won't
or,
shock
like,
me.
I unlock the gate.
I don't want this bitch to shock me. I want this guy to shock me, though he's probably not gonna do it. But yeah.
Some shit. Like, I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously, if you have a dog, you know this already. When they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, "Oh my god, he shocked her again."
Oh yeah, when I open my goddamn gate, my dog goes ah. No, he actually does that. He's gonna ah every time I open a gate or a door.
You know, it's just they are weird stalkers that are demonstrating their mental illness, and I think it's just, you know, it is what it is.
Now look, I don't know what your reaction to this is so far in this video. Maybe you're thinking he's 100% guilty and he's lying, or you're thinking maybe people are exaggerating and he's actually innocent. He would never harm his own dog, especially not live on stream. Well, regardless of what side you're on, most people understood the truth when he would inadvertently show the shock dog collar remote on stream when he would set up a camera above him.
Moron.
I mean, you really can't make this up. Watch.
I'm gonna put the Y shot. Boom.
It is right here, and he's gonna notice it, and he's gonna move it immediately. Watch.
Yes, I got.
I'm
He is so.
protecting her. The floor
oh my
is
God.
lava. Alright, so at this point it was confirmed. The shock collar remote was actually a thing and it was exactly what he had pressed on that day. But can we confirm truly that it's a shock collar? Is it not a vibration collar? Well, everyone put their weaponized autism to good use and actually cracked the case, finding the exact dog collar model, understanding that it is indeed a shock collar, but that it also has removable prongs. Okay, you can actually remove the prongs that shock the dog. And I mean, look at this, bro. This is like someone who is trying to find like a terrorist, like someone on the wanted list of the FBI. Like, look at all this. This is crazy.
Oh my goodness, it's like fucking an actual police report.
Shock collar. So this is all proof showing that this is the same exact model that he's using, but then they go on to show that he had removed the prongs the day after the shock had occurred and put tape over it. How did they prove that? Well, they fiddled around with the light levels in Photoshop and found out that yes, indeed, there is a tape and you can kind of see the color difference between the collar itself and the black tape. You can also clearly see that the shock collar remote is the same exact one on his desk as well. I mean, it was undeniable at this point. The collar itself was the e-collar ET300 Mini Educator, and Hassan had very clearly lied, not just to his audience, but the internet in general. This was very worrying, and of course people who were fearing the worst were now fearful that he was actually abusing his dog regularly. This sense of worry empowered people who are chronically online even more to dig through past clips and find out exactly what Hassan's relationship with Kaya truly is. And honestly, from what they found, it doesn't look good at all.
There you go.
Look,
now
by this
I'm
point,
gonna
of course, he still had many
render
people
this.
in denial that no, Hassan doesn't abuse his dog, and no, Kaya doesn't even stay in the same spot for that long, even though we literally saw proof of that. But I mean, if you're still doubtful, this is him straight up admitting it. Watch.
And also, one of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed
Just me.
is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it.
Okay.
So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Yeah, so I don't know of any
Thank you. It
situation
looks-
when you
feels
own
great.
a dog where you'd want them to
I
sit
like-
for hours on
I
end in
like-
the same spot. This just doesn't make
But
sense.
for some
to me.
reason, I
Dogs are
cannot
not
seem
a
to follow
prop,
this.
okay? If she gets overly excited and risks hurting someone who's elderly or who's a child in the house, sure, you can just say place, have her sit down before she starts moving again, normally for her joints and for her legs. If someone calls this animal abuse, then I wouldn't say they're exaggerating. And speaking of animal abuse, people would find another suspicious clip from his past streams where he treats Kaya in a weird way. Watch.
What do you mean by a
Absolute
weird
garbage.
way?
Did you compare this to the Japanese airport experience? Yeah, the Japanese airport experience is like everything works, everything is fast. Kaya, place.
Grabs the thing.
Get back there. What is this? Don't worry.
I mean that's 100% right.
To many, this seemed like he was shocking her again, getting very pissed over the fact that she moved a little bit after sitting around for hours. It was yet again an exaggerated reaction, and it wasn't really warranted. But the most damning evidence that people had found from his past streams is the fact that he actually pulled on his dog's tail directly, saying, "Stay, or I'm gonna fucking kill you." This was live on stream. Watch this for yourself.
Motherfucker, come here. Stay. If you run right now, I'll fucking kill you. Like, I'll actually kill you, okay? In front of everyone. Stay.
You know, guys, red flag on everyone you date or whatever, who the fuck you know. If they treat their pet like shit, kill them.
Hey. Motherfucker, come here. Stay. No, come here.
That's not how you train your dog. Hello, Daytona. We're watching this. Yeah, it's actually been 2 months since the Hassan issue or something. I didn't know that. This is the progress right now for the drawing. It's a bit dark. Yeah.
So obviously this is inexcusable, right? At this point, whether you're a diehard fan of Hassan or a hater, I don't care. You can never excuse someone pulling on a dog's tail. It's extremely sensitive and can damage many of its internals. We're talking nerves in the spine. We're talking more specifically nerve damage, avulsion, and even permanent incontinence. It was getting very hard to defend Hassan. At this point, this wasn't even political anymore. Sure, his political opponents were using this as an opportunity to attack his character and his political opinions, but whether you're into politics or not, I'm sure we can all agree this is
That's shit.
unacceptable behavior. And seeing that some of his friends are the biggest content creators on Twitch and just in general, people were wondering, are they going to say something about this? Are they going to
Nope.
condone his behavior
Nope.
or actually call it out, give him some criticism,
Either
some
okay,
feedback? Like
either they call him out or silence. This Mujin guy used to make Genshin. Oh, bro, I remember that. I've been watching this guy since Genshin. I like keep watching him, and now he's doing this commentary, like, which I appreciate. You know, he's like the rotten mango in like some communities.
a normal friend does? Well,
Because he
no,
actually does
not at
research and shows the references, so I appreciate that.
all, actually. It's very weird. You might have seen this image of Hassan dressed up as Raiden shocking Ludwig while he's
Oh my
wearing
God.
a dog collar, and you might literally have no idea why it exists. Well, this is of course insinuating the fact that Ludwig is Hassan's dog and he trained him very well. That's because at some point there was this very stupid controversy in which Hassan said that streaming is way harder than a regular job. This was back in February 20.
What in the bullshit was that? You're sitting down and yap. What the fuck does that have to do? It's not like you're like working from 5 to 9 or whatever, right?
2024. Ludwig would make a video about the situation on his Mogul Mail channel in which he talked about news, and Hassan got so pissed at him for making him look bad that he ended up cutting parts of the video to then just straight up removing it. He'd end up re-uploading it without any of the clips that were criticizing Hassan. This made people realize early on that even when it came to friendships, Hassan was never open to criticism. He saw everything as an attack on both his character and his entire brand, no matter who said it. Ludwig,
Exactly.
of course, was seen like someone who was spineless.
What? What do you mean 5 to 9? That's a thing, right?
Hold down his own opinion and who caved in
Am
to
I
pressure
wrong?
from Hassan whenever he wanted.
I don't have a
So
job.
of course, it's no surprise to say that over a week after the
Duh.
clip had surfaced, Ludwig has said nothing about this, even though he's a close friend of Hassan. But that didn't matter. The person that people really wanted to hear from was Hassan's girlfriend, Valkyrie. I do want to point out that they've never officially
His girlfriend is Valkyrie? Damn. Valkyrie, put your standards somewhere. My goodness.
announced that they're dating, but at this point,
Bro,
it's
it
like more of an
exists. 9 to
open
5
secret,
exists.
right?
9 to 5 5 to 9 exists. 9 to 5 exists, you know?
Valkyrie is known as someone who's very brand friendly, who's never into controversies, and whenever she does end up in one, she immediately apologizes and caves in. People were expecting, or at least hoping, for her to say something about the situation, but instead she gave a response that made people end up, well, fueling the memes even further. Watch.
Clip did look horrible. The clip was
What the fuck
really
is this?
bad. It was so bad. And it's understandable why everyone was freaking out about it, but I can verify that Kaya is the most loved and spoiled.
Really, guys, you really expect the perpetrator's girlfriend is gonna go against him? It's crazy.
And just the most well-trained and best little baby.
Well trained. Okay, sure.
Or big baby that I have ever been around and that I have ever seen. So big baby. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. You would think that this kind of outrage we would have seen it towards like the genocide and stuff, but
She's using the same tactic, just like what Hassan did. Like, going to other problems. Oh, no, we're Shane. Hello. We're just reacting, drawing. See, nothing weird, nothing whatever. Yeah.
you know,
This is what happens. Yeah, they're drawing. Like, what the fuck? What's the word for it? Using another issue to bypass the current issue. Like, oh, you care about this? How about this? How about this? How about that? Yes. Oh, my goodness. Hassan, you thought Valkyrie well.
this priorities in this world are not where they should be. But alas.
Man, this comes off as so tone deaf, like she's on a high horse. Like, just
Yep.
because there's a genocide happening in Gaza, you don't have a right to be concerned over a dog's safety. Oh, there's a ceasefire that's been signed recently between Gaza and Israel. It's probably not going to last. Oh, well, still, you can't criticize Hassan or Kaya because guess what? There's another genocide currently going on in Sudan. How dare you? So evidently,
That's
this
basically
made
what
people
you
make
said.
fun of Valkyrie to the point of like no return. Like, this was the best you could come up with to defend your
My
boyfriend?
God,
Come on, you can
what
do
happened
better
to
than
my
that. Well, the thing is, Valkyrie's viewpoint wasn't really that different from Hassan's most loyal viewers. They also thought the same exact thing. This meme was posted on Hassan's subreddit saying, I can excuse genocide, but I draw the line at animal cruelty, to which someone responds with, you can excuse genocide? Again, it's a very weird viewpoint because you can be both against genocide and against animal cruelty. I really don't see why people are acting like we're choosing here.
Yeah,
This was never
why
about a genocide.
choose?
This
Just
was
pick
just about a
both.
dog being shocked for no reason. Valkyrie would then go live the next day and admit that she's been getting so much hate that she asked 2 streamers for advice regarding her current Reddit hate threats. One streamer by the name of NMPLOL and Asmongold. Guys, I just want to show you
Asmongold.
what her chat's reaction is when she mentions just the name Asmongold. I just want you to see it because I can't
Let's
explain
see
it
it.
unless you look at it.
What the fuck? Why am I glitching?
Nick Poem and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them. I was like, "Hey, I don't really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh,
What? What the fuck? What?
I understand where you guys are coming from. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. I should have definitely like spoken about it differently." And both of them.
Ew, Roach man. Do you have a favorite streamer? Islex. Well, if it's actual streamer that's mainstream, it's definitely Queso. I like Queso. I enjoy his streams. And who else was it? I'm bad at names. Who else would I dedicatedly watch? Yeah, I think Queso. I really like his vibe, the random screaming and stuff. Though there are like some streamers that I like enjoy watching at some point in TikTok. Yeah.
Reassured me that it's a good idea to
Look at her
not
chat.
because I know they're like they're Reddit people, so I was like,
Bad
they're both
idea,
nice.
Asmon.
They're both very nice.
They
And
are
both
so
said, yeah,
outraged.
Don't respond. It's not a good.
She's so dead inside seeing her chat because now she not only pissed off Reddit, now she's pissing off her own loyal community by mentioning Asmon. By doing this, she had pissed off everyone. It's just such a disaster, dude. The next day, she would immediately apologize on stream that she DM'd Asmongold saying that she
Why
wasn't
did her community got triggered by mentioning Asmongold? What the fuck happened?
aware of the rhetoric that he spouted and that she lives under a rock, even though her job is to literally be chronically online. But you know what's
Literally.
funny? The day before that, after saying that she had DM'd both NMPLOL and Asmongold, she would notice her chat getting really pissed at her, and so she'd say that she doesn't agree with everything Asmongold has been saying. See for yourself.
Ray, the hate you're getting right now is crazy after reaching to Asmon. Guys, listen, I don't agree with many things that he says, but I was looking for an LSF Reddit expert. I asked 2 people. I asked Nick and Asmon, and they both said to not respond to the thread because I didn't know if it was a good idea or not. Like, I don't know, man. I just wanted advice because I didn't know what to do.
Oh, she is lost.
I'm just gonna get hate no matter what I do, bro. I don't know.
Welcome
So
to
which is
streaming.
it? Are you really living under a rock? Or are you just pretending to be outraged because your community's outraged? I'm just gonna go with the latter, just, based on your past history. It sucks because I don't think Valkyrie is a bad person. I just think that she suffers from the problem many of her friends suffer from, where they
Yeah,
give too
she's lost. She's just lost.
much power to their community, where they can literally get bullied by them if they do something they don't like. And by this point, people found it very hard to take her seriously. In fact, she became the subject of ridicule, just like Hassan. This is when she would become a part of the memes. Hassan when Kaya takes one step.
Well, there's nothing over here to fix. That's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, don't worry. This was my face when I saw Kaya getting tased too. Another streamer from the big clique of streamers of Los Angeles would also defend Hassan, saying he is a good dog owner, even though she admits in her statement that they're literally acquaintances, that she doesn't know him that well. But the big bombshell here was when the podcast Sweet and Sour, ran by Pokimane and Lily Pichu, two very big content creators also based in LA and part of Hassan's friend group, would post a small update on their Patreon saying, "Hey taste buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you all a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold considering our guest and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's video at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week. Sweet and Sour staff." So Hassan was meant to get on the Sweet and Sour podcast with both Lily Pichu and Pokimane, and the episode was meant to come out around this time. They decided not to release it because he was getting a lot of backlash. Honestly, I don't really agree with this decision, right? This only feels like they're throwing their friend under the bus purely because they don't want to get dislikes. But honestly, it doesn't matter. If you bring Hassan on a podcast, it will get mass dislike. That's just how it is. Like when he got on the Trash Taste podcast in the beginning of this year, look at this like to dislike ratio. Oh my God, 50,000 comments. This is insane. Point is, Hassan had many haters even before the whole shock collar incident, so I don't see why, as close friends of his, this would matter, right? Seeing that they don't really have a problem with his dog getting shocked for no reason. Thing is though, things got even more complicated, because then Pokimane would tweet out, "The episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear it'd cause drama, and also posted this statement without my approval, sad face. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on hiatus afterwards to restructure." So, Pokimane made this out to be a mistake. Staff went behind hers and Lily Pichu's backs, and now she was going to go on a hiatus and restructure. In other words, fire people in this wonderful economy.
In this wonderful economy.
Look at this meme right here. Look at this.
Oh my fucking God. So many memes.
Anyway, it seemed
Bro,
like
I remember
Pokimane
in Genshin, someone made that actually.
Was truly trying to save face here. It was a desperate attempt because 2 days before that tweet, she would make an Instagram story saying, "Quick update, recording a new podcast episode Thursday to explain why we missed last week and have an honest chat." Huh, interesting. Now, of course, people have their own theories and speculations, like maybe Hassan messaged her and was very outraged at the fact that they're not uploading the podcast episode and wanted to throw her staff under the bus to not get on his bad side. Overall, regardless of the speculation or the real reason, she lied, okay? Straight up lied and threw her staff under the bus. So just like Valkyrae, she ended up seeing controversy, tried to recover, and ended up pissing everyone at the same time instead.
What the fuck happened?
The rest of Hassan's friends would go on to invite him over for a little podcast and defend him very openly that they've never seen him shock his dog. Watch.
Oh, I care. So you've probably been asked too. People keep coming in our chats and they're like,
to Austin's chat. They go to poor rickety old Austin show who's barely getting up in the
why
morning.
are you hanging out with a dog abuser? I would like to make it clear, I don't believe that Hassan has abused a dog.
No, I also don't believe that either, because I bore witness to how.
Okay, 9 minutes. I think it's gonna be the last video, guys. I have to sleep. Today was like hectic because I did some school works and record stuff for school. That's fine. We're gonna enjoy this.
You treat her and you treat her
like
much
the
better than
progress.
I do.
So, you know, this is really interesting because
Something
of course,
odd with
these are more of
this
his friends
side. So
defending
I can
him,
just
completely ignoring
after
the clip.
this, I'd probably just render it. So like if I have to, okay. So my step is like shading, like detail shading. Then the final, besides the background, is the rendering. Basically, like something I want to fix, and I'm too lazy to fix it individually. You know what I'm saying?
All the proof that was accumulated so far. But interestingly enough, the reason why a lot of people were going to Austin's chat in particular asking him about this was because he very openly collabed with Hassan on his own stream when Kaya was in the background. Now look at this clip of Kaya going under the feet of Hassan, him getting pissed off that she's not sitting in the same spot for hours. And as Austin is sitting right next to him, you could very clearly hear the sound of a shock.
Was the
Watch.
case when we were young too. Hey, out.
And right here.
Place. Kaya, place.
That's an actual.
Go. Go. No, place.
Enough of this madness.
There's like
Look at how dead inside his friend looks. Look at how dead inside Austin looks. He says firsthand he was there and never saw a shock. So are we just lying now? One of Hassan's friends that has said nothing and has been getting a lot of indirect flack is Maya Higa, someone who owns an animal sanctuary in California and cares a lot about animals. Now look, I'll sit here and say harassment is bad no matter how it's done, no matter who it's done to. I don't encourage it, I don't condone it, and I think it should stop. But at the same time, it shows how much anger is in people's minds right now, seeing how this dog's being treated and seeing that all his friends, including someone who owns an animal sanctuary, isn't saying anything. Well, they would have so openly said something if it was another streamer, just not Hassan. But look, even with all that being said, and as much as Valkyrie would want to say that she lives under a rock, his friends were very well aware of the controversy going on and how their silence was contributing to a negative image of their brand. This prompted more of them to start talking about the situation, but of course, they would only make it substantially
You know
worse.
what Hassan should do? Fucking admit it, say sorry, and change the fucking color. That's all they has to do, but he's too stubborn for it.
On Stable Ronaldo's stream, Cutie Cinderella, who is Ludwig's girlfriend and who is one of Hassan's friends, would confirm that she went to his house to check the collar. She thought she was helping him by saying this, but what she ended up saying actually ended up sabotaging him beyond belief. Watch.
No, there's no shock. Like, the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
She said taken out of it. So basically there was a prong.
Like, it's only a vibrate. Like, there's a setting for vibrate and there's a setting for shock.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So there's only the, like, since the prongs are in it only vibrates.
So all of a sudden we went from, oh, this is just a vibration collar to, no, actually the prongs were taken out. So this is indeed the shock collar. At this point, people could just keep saying he said, she said, whatever. That's why he should have shown it on the first day, right? The theory now is that he took out the
FaZe,
prongs
I remember
on the
FaZe.
second day when the
Is it the
controversy was
YouTuber?
blowing up beyond his wildest dreams. But she pretty much had confirmed that this was indeed the electrical shock model. However, she wasn't really the only friend who completely screwed him over without really meaning to. Caroline Kwan, a streamer and the girlfriend of Hassan's best friend, would claim that she's someone who has dog-sitted Kaya before and that no, this is not a shock collar in any way, going completely against what Cutie Cinderella just said. Watch.
I know it probably doesn't matter to you because you're going to believe what you want to believe and from the sources you want to believe it from, and that's why, like, doesn't matter what I or anyone else says, but
What the fuck is Sabaton? I don't know, man. Oh, is that the people a while ago? I don't know. I don't care about those. I don't care about them.
but it's not a shock collar. I've
Unless
seen
they're
that
doing it
collar.
for
I've
good
used that
cause, I'll
collar
care.
before.
But if
I've
not, then fuck them.
babysat that dog.
So which one is it? Is it a shock collar? Is it a shock collar with the prongs taken out with tape on it? Or is it not a shock collar at all? I just don't get it, dude. I don't think his friends realize that every time they open their mouth without getting their story straight, they're making him look way worse. It's like, can we
Asa should give him a script. Because clearly they don't know how to act.
just get to the bottom of this and move on already? Of course not, because now people are thinking, well, okay, who lied? Is it Cutie Cinderella who's lying, or is it Caroline who's lying because they both have different stories? Man, whatever. Check this meme out. POV, you're Hassan's dog and you step 1 foot off your bed.
Of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why
there we go.
America, Kaya, please just
What the hell?
So stupid.
Amazing.
In the end, what I find so funny is that Hassan had openly made fun of Pirate Software back during his controversy. A narcissist just like him who never was able to take any criticism or feedback correctly and now finds himself in the same exact situation. I mean, look at this.
With the things that I talk about. So, see, you're totally a video game understander. Yeah, I think like, as far as I understand, like the Pirate Software stuff, like if he had just simply stood aside and was like, I fucked up, you know, and took ownership of
Yeah, of course, everything that he says, he is not gonna apply it to himself because that's how egoistic these bitches are.
over it, like it never would have exploded to the degree that it did.
That's exactly what he's doing right now. He's not taking his own advice for himself.
I mean, you can't make this up. If Hassan had simply taken accountability, if he stepped back and said, you know what, listen, I screwed up, maybe I overdid it, maybe I was having a bad day, I'll make very substantial changes to the way I treat my dog so that I don't abuse her, then hey, maybe we wouldn't have reached this point. But him denying it and making up different excuses and just deflecting in such a stupid way while having all his friends root for him, knowing that he's wrong, this had the complete opposite effect. And that's what brought us here, to the point
Yep.
where it's now a global phenomenon. Like, look at this
Moron.
guy making a straight up Roblox level called Hasanabi Dog Simulator, right?
I'm pretty
Where
sure
if
still
you
up.
step out of this box, look at this, you just get shot.
The fucking picture just popped out of nowhere.
You just die. These memes have been so creative. I mean, look at this RuneScape meme where you shock a dog. I mean, even Ninja had something to say about this, right? Ninja, who typically stays out of drama. Watch.
I have a collar on. Don't worry, guys. It's not a shot collar. It's just a Scooby-Doo collar.
Oh my god. They got Ninja.
So look, after this whole debacle, where do we find ourselves now? Did Hassan admit anything or apologize?
Yeah.
No, of course not. But seeing how much controversy had built up around this, now he feels forced to let Kaya walk around whenever she wants to. Watch for yourself.
We've finally gotten to a place where, like, oh, pure peace is taking place. It's taking place. Is I don't know what you're doing. Okay, what? What do you want? What? 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 What do you want? Huh?
He will never address it, but he is slowly trying to, like, lessen the fire that it already is.
Okay.
He will never admit it.
The chutzpah, if you will.
We know he's never gonna
Was it
admit
that hard, man? Was it really
it.
that
See, it's not that hard. Just let her be. My
hard?
goodness.
Seriously, come on, man. You made it seem like it was a gargantuan task. Finally, Kaya is free. God. And finally, yes, even though this is a ridiculous situation and has many funny memes made around it, I do have to mention that this situation turned very political very fast. The New York Post wrote about this, and of course the title is Lefty Twitch Streamer Hassan Piker and Israel National News, right? Even though the hostages have just been released and they have many more things to report on, decided to make an article called
My goodness, people's priorities are crazy these days. Anyway, okay, guys, it's time to sleep. Wake up, time to sleep, time to sleep. Everyone, go to bed, go to bed. Go to bed. I am so sleepy. But it's fine. What should I stream for tomorrow, bro? I'm thinking. What to stream tomorrow? Any bright ideas? What do you want me to play? Rare Smith or finally playing Val? Yeah, maybe some games. I'll see about it. I'll see about it. I usually stream at night, like 7 or more, because I have like chores to do. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. I'll see if I'm gonna play like Where Winds Meet, Valorant. I'm not sure about. Not sure about Genshin. Drawing, maybe. Maybe it's a mix of all everything. Okay, guys. Bye. Okay, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Huge shout out to let's see here. Huge shout out for the one gang. Yeah, the one wonders for sticking around and threatening to shock me with a collar for some reason. The one, yeah, the one. See you next time tomorrow or whenever. I'll let you guys know in Discord. Why am my eye twitching? Stop. Anyway, feel free to check out my social medias and yada yada. Bye. Have a good night, everybody, or have a good morning. I don't know. Mama, chup chup. See ya. See ya, everyone. See ya, everyone.